New numbers from the town of Paradise on rebuilding after the Camp Fire. So far, 1,824 homes have been rebuilt. More than 2,500 building permits have been issued, and nearly 2,800 building permit applications have been received. 386 multifamily units have been rebuilt. Permits have been issued for another 458, and the applications are in the works for another 705 multifamily units. Well, all that is good news for the town as it looks to rebuild from the Camp Fire disaster. And so is the news that work is starting on an early warning system, the community's highest ranked priority for long-term recovery. The Town of Paradise Recovery Project Manager, Brian Selecki, is here to share more about it. Thank you so much for being with us
Absolutely,
today.
glad to be here.
This is exciting news. Like you said earlier when we were talking, it's the #1 priority right now.
Absolutely. In the months post Camp Fire, we held community meetings and surveys, and this was the project residents wanted in order to come back and feel safe on the ridge, was an early warning system. So we've been working on it since then, and it's great that it's finally happening.
Yeah. Now, this is similar to like tornado warning systems, but in this case, well, for any disaster, any emergency, it could be used.
Absolutely. So this system is designed to let people know when it is time to go. They will hear an audible sound, and it can also give voice commands as well. So we could direct people which way to go in the event of an emergency.
So a siren type system, and there are towers going to be placed throughout the town, right?
Correct. So when we first got the grant for this project, we established and found 21 locations on town right-of-ways and on town property across the town. They did a sound study of the whole town to make sure everyone would be able to hear these in the event of an emergency.
Okay, so work starts this week. You mentioned a grant. This has got to be costly.
Yes, so right after we were given this as our top priority, we went looking for funding sources, and FEMA and Cal OES have a hazard mitigation grant that we applied for and received for $3 million, and that's going to cover the cost of installation as well as the first number of years of maintenance and ongoing expenses.
So work starting now, how long do you think before it's operational?
So I was out in the mud this morning watching the foundations go in, and we anticipate that the first towers will be going up on the foundations in the next couple of weeks, and by fire season, we expect the system to be fully operational.
I know you have a big emergency operations exercise planned. What does the public need to know about that?
So on June 15th, the Town of Paradise and Butte County, and partnering with FEMA and all our other local agencies, are putting on a full-scale emergency exercise in the Town of Paradise. And so we will be simulating what it would look like to have to evacuate the upper ridge through Paradise. And so the public will see an increased law enforcement and fire personnel presence that day, as well as they will likely hear the towers going off for the first time.
So I know you'll be working to get the word out. This will only be an exercise on that particular day. And then I visited the website that the town has about this warning system, and there's a lot of information. I think anybody should be encouraged to visit that site.
Yeah, absolutely. We're working with the town council right now to put together all the guidelines for how it'll be used, when it'll be used, and all of that. And so that website will just be getting more and more information as the next couple weeks come on.
I know you've done a lot of outreach to try to, get the most you can from the public about what they feel it should be included in this system. Some really good information. I want to thank you for taking the time out today to meet with us. I hope the weather cooperates and everything can move forward on the timeline that's laid out.
Yep.
So a lot of rain lately, which that's good though, right?
Absolutely. We need it.
Right, we do. Thank you so much. And we do have a link, by the way, to that webpage we were talking about at actionnewsnow.com. Just click under news links, and there is more local news still ahead.